Hi guys, welcome back to my channel ArtsyPutsy with me Putsy, and for today's video it's going to be a full face first impressions. I have quite a few products that I haven't tried. I already mentioned this product in my last haul, but I haven't tried them out because yeah, I know it's been a while, but I really want to test them out on camera in front of you guys. It's not brand new products on the market at all, but it's new to me. I really want to know if the products is as good as a lot of people said. If you want to see my first impression, then just keep on watching. So I already applied primer and foundation, but this is also a first impression, but I'm going to have this on a separate video. And the foundation that I used here is the Maybelline 24-hour full coverage foundation, and if you want to see my review and thoughts, first impressions slash wear test of this foundation, I'm going to link that video down below and also up here. I'm going to put that video up before this video, so you'll be able to see that video now, but I mean not now, like after this video, after you watch this video, go check that out. So the next thing is concealer. I have a few concealer to try out here. Colourpop no filter concealer. I also have the collection lasting perfection concealer. I don't know which one I'm gonna use. I think this one. So this is the collection lasting perfection ultimate wear concealer, up to 16-hour wear, and it's from the UK, and I'm in the shade warm medium 3. The color selection for this concealer really sucks. They don't have a lot of shades, at least when I bought this, but I've heard they already expand their shade range. A lot of people really love this concealer, especially if people from the UK. Before the Makeup Revolution concealer comes out, this used to be a lot of people's like holy grail. Oh, I don't know if is that gonna be too light for me? I don't know. Oh yeah, that's definitely too dark, I think, but yeah, whatever. You know what? This brush is a little bit too big. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm just going to apply them with my beauty blender instead. But yeah, it has a pretty nice coverage, and I think like it's very easy to blend, like with just a few, boom, that's blended. And then see, that's blended as well. Very easy to blend. I like this. On the tube, the shade looks really light, and then I apply them and then it looks a little bit darker, but I don't know if it's gonna be like oxidized or what. I hope not, because I really like this concealer. So I'm just going to set the concealer with this powder. I don't have a new powder, so I'm sorry. It's technically still full face of first impression, but I don't have a loose powder and a setting powder. I'm so sorry, but yeah, this is the RCMA no color powder, and I have them in this container because we all know that that powder have really bad packaging. Lately I don't really like to bake my under eye. I just really like to put some powder on my damn beauty blender and really stamp them on my face. I feel like if you have oily skin, it makes your under eye look smoother and then stays on a little bit longer. And I also apply this powder in the area where I usually get really oily throughout the day. Even if you have dry skin, you can still do this technique and just apply a dewy setting spray at the end. By the way, before you do this, before you set your concealer, make sure you blend your under eye a little bit more first to prevent you set the concealer when it creases. And to set the rest of my face, this is what I usually use. This is the RIMMEL Stay Matte Press Powder, long lasting press powder in Silky Beige. Just apply them on the rest of your face that you didn't set with the loose powder. So I'm going to move on to the eyes first before continue on with the rest of my face. And I have this one. This is the e.l.f. Matte for Matte 2 eyeshadow palette. This Summer Breeze. The color looks like this. I've heard good things about this palette. This is one of the best matte eyeshadow palette from the drugstore. It just has a nice range of warm tone shadows, but it also has like 2 or 3 cool tone shades, so you can still make a cool tone look with this palette. So I'm going to pick this shade right here. I don't know if you can see, it has a lot of kick up on the pan, but maybe it's just so soft. By the way, I forgot to apply some eyeshadow primer there, but I already applied some foundation, so yeah, that works as an eyeshadow primer as well. So oh yeah, it's very soft and subtle, but I can still see the color there. I know. And it's blending out really nicely. I don't know if in reality it's really is what's going on here, but I always feel like when I apply eyeshadow, it always looks more pigmented on my left eye. But I don't know, maybe they're the same. And with the same brush, I'm going to pick up this shade here, which is like a bright, deeper corally orange. Can definitely see the color. So this eyeshadow is really soft and very easy to blend. It has a lot of kick up on the pan, but I don't really see fallout on my face. Quite pigmented as well, so if you are looking for an eyeshadow, matte eyeshadow palette from the drugstore, this is a really good choice. It's not patchy whatsoever. So I'm going to pick out the first shade, here, just to blend, just to make this look a little bit more like whoosh, like that. I don't know why I made that sound, but yeah, just like there. I'm going to pick up the brown shade here, and I'm going to apply this brown shade to, whoa, that's a lot of powder. I'm going to apply this to the outer part of my eyes. Pick up the previous brush just to blend everything together more. So for the lid, I'm going to apply this Colourpop Supershock shadows in Set to Stun. I have tried this shadow before. I have like a full video first impression trying out shadows from Colourpop, and I'm going to link that video up here in case you're interested. This is just, I think, will look really nice with this look. It's technically still like a third impressions. But this is what it looks like. I mean, it's like a rose gold that leans towards the rosier side, and it has a bunch of glitter in it, like blue and purple and silver glitter all throughout it. I think it's really pretty, so I'm just going to apply this with my finger. I mean, look at that. That just amplifies the look a lot. I'm applying this from the inner to like 2/3 of the eyes. And I'm going to deepen up the crease a little bit more just to blend these two together. And then this brush again with this to have a little bit of transition there to the crease. And with the pencil and with the pencil brush, this is the Morphe M321. I'm going to pick up this purpley shade here and apply this really close to my waterline. I really like this color for the lower lashes. I just think it looks vampy and romantic at the same time. Like it kind of makes your eyes forward and more intense. I'm going to use this brush here just to blend out the edges a little bit more and make them a little bit more diffused. And then after that, I'm going to deepen up the lower lashes a little bit, but only on the outer part with the brown we used on the lid. Also just to kind of tie the look a little bit better. And to highlight the brow bone with the lighter shade here. And for my inner corner, I'm going to use this face highlight, which I'm going to use on my face as well. This is the Maybelline Master Chrome Metallic Highlighter in Molten Gold. I feel like, of course, you have seen. Wait, hold on. Wait, why is this? Okay. It looks like this. It's like really gold. And I kind of bring up the shade a little bit, like to the lower lashes and also to the top there. And let's move on to the face. For contour, I'm going to use this Wet n Wild Megaglo contouring palette in Dulce de Leche. I'm only going to use this side. This is very powdery. I don't know if you can see that, but very powdery. I quite like the shade for contour. It's just a really nice ashier brown. Yeah, it blends quite nicely. You can see the contour there. So for bronzer, I have the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in bronzer. It came in broken and I tried to fix this. Look how wonky it is right now. Hopefully they still perform somewhat the same. If not, I will have to pick one again later. Is this shade too light for me though? I don't know if you can see that. It's very easy to blend. I can see the hype. You can still see the color there. It's not too pigmented. The smell is amazing and it's not completely matte. It kind of gives your cheeks a little bit of sheen, like a little bit of glow. Yeah, I quite like this. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I personally like this. I don't know if this looks good. And I like this. Oh. Also bronzing my nose area. Or should I use the contour powder or the bronzing powder? I don't know. And for my blush, I'm going to try this one out. This is the blush palette from e.l.f. in dark. 3 of them are completely matte and this one is like matte with a little bit of glitter in it. And I'm going to use this one. That is very pigmented, I think. That is a very pigmented blush and I definitely applied too much on the side. It's very pigmented. So I'm going to pick up the brush that I used for powder earlier and just kind of blend everything. It kind of toned down the brush a little bit, but not too much. I mean, it's still a bit too much for me. If you like this kind of blush, great, but I'm not someone who usually loves to wear blush, so I don't know why I picked up that shade heavily and applied them like that. So it's a very pigmented blush. If you really like a very pigmented blush, or if you have a deeper skin tone than me, this blush that I just used will look really pretty on your skin. But for me personally, it's just a little bit too much for my liking, but I still really like them. I mean, I like the formula and quite easy to blend. It just kind of throws me off a little bit, but yeah. By the way, this patch right here, that's not the bronzer's fault. It's just I have a really large deep acne scars there, so it will always look kind of patchy when I apply bronzer or contour, because there's not really much product go into that part of my skin. It just won't stick, so which is why it looks kind of wonky, but it's actually, everything blends really nice. So it's time for highlight, and it's going to be a really intense one because this is supposed to be a really pigmented highlight. It doesn't look worse on textures, but it's not gonna make your textures very smooth either. You can kinda see the textures on your face, but it doesn't make the textures look really bad, if that makes any sense. So it's very pigmented, but it's quite easy to blend. I just use this brush, apply them a little bit. I mean, one swipe you get the full pigmentation there. You don't need much, and then after that flip your brush and then blend them away together, which is why I like this brush. But this is not a type of highlight I can wear every single day because it's very blending. That's just not really my style again. But if you love blending highlight, this is amazing. And the formula itself I really like. It's kind of like almost creamy. They press the powder really nicely. You don't see a lot of fallout, but at the same time really easy to pick up with the brush. So be careful, because with just two swipe, one swipe, bam. I like the color, but I don't know if you have lighter skin tone than me, you will like this, because when I look up front, you can still see the highlight. It looks almost wet. So face is done. I think I'm going to move on to the eye again. This is not a new product, but I'm going to tightline my eye and also apply this to my waterline. This is the e.l.f. Gel Glide Liner in, what is this? In Deep Bronze. And for mascara, I'm going to try this. This is the Catrice Couture Extreme Volume Mascara. I haven't tried this one, even though I already bought this almost a year ago. But I haven't opened this, so we'll see. Oh. The bristle looks like this. I don't know. It's supposed to be volumizing though, so maybe I like this because I prefer a volumizing mascara. The consistency is pretty nice. It's not too dry, it's not too wet either. It's not clumpy at all. I mean, it's not too bad. That's 2 coats of mascara. Volumizing, yes, and it curled my lashes, yes. Not very lengthening, but I don't know. There's something about the bristles and the shape of it that makes me not really liking this mascara so much. I just don't like putting it on. It can be a little bit messy because the bristles is very short. It's plastic and very spiky. It just kind of poking my waterline a little bit. This is not the best mascara I've ever tried. So for my brows, I have 2 new products, both from Colourpop. This is the Colourpop Brow Boss and this is the Precision Brow Pencil, I believe. I think I'm going to use the Precision Brow Pencil because this is supposed to be a little bit more pigmented, and yeah. Oh crap. I should have put my eyebrow first before mascara because it kind of poking my lashes now. So my brow turned out way too bold, like way bolder than I usually do. This brow pencil is very pigmented, so go very light-handed, except if you like very bold brows, but this is too bold for me. And the shape of it is really off. I mean, they hate each other, they really do. But let's just pretend it looks okay. So for lipstick, it's not a new product for me, but it's a new shade, I mean, that I have. And this is the Colourpop lipsticks in matte finish. This is Taurus from Kathleen Light's collaboration. I don't know, maybe this will look nice. No. I like this shade though, but it's too warm for this look. It's too yellowy, so I think I'm going to pick another lipstick. I think I'm going to apply this. This is the, I mean, this is not new, so I'm so sorry, but this is the LA Girl Matte Flat Finish Pigment Pigment Gloss in Fleur. Yeah, I think this will do. Yeah, I think the lip's still a little bit too peachy, but yeah, I'm just going to wear this because I don't know, I kind of like this because it's not too monochromatic. And to finish up the look, I'm going to apply some setting spray, and this is the Wet n Wild Natural Finish Photo Focus Natural Finish Setting Spray. And I like the packaging, it looks like a lens here, so photo lens, nice packaging. We'll see the spray first. The mist is not too soft, like it's not as good as my Milani one. It's like soft in some parts and then squirts out water in some parts, like it's not very even and consistent. But I don't know if this is gonna prolong anything. But the scent is so bad, like it's not a very pleasant scent. It smells like hairspray that goes a little bit bad. Like it's not a very pleasant scent at all, so I don't really like the scent, but who knows, maybe I like the product. So that's it for today's look. I mean, I kind of like the way how the look turned out. The products that I've tried so far, I like a lot of them, like really like them, but some of them I'm like just okay about. Like this one, I don't really like the bristles. I don't know about this one because of the scent is so bad, but I will continue to use this. Both of them are okay. This one, I like this. If I'm feeling like I want something really bold, I will definitely use this, but I won't be using this for daily uses because it just makes my brow looks very bold. The rest I really like. It's a major success. Even though the blush looks really pigmented, I mean, it's my fault. I didn't know what to expect, so I dipped my brush really hard and applied too much. The contour, the bronzer, the eyeshadows, everything blends nicely, the concealer. So yeah, for the most part, I really like how it turned out. So yeah, if you like this video, if you found this video somewhat helpful or entertaining, then maybe give my video a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys. So this is the lasting no. What is this? For blush, for my blush, I'm going to try this one out. This one, mascara finally.